Hello everyone, and welcome to Saving Feyce, a Craftic Studios D&D 5e campaign. Things to note as you join us on this adventure. First, this is a heavily homebrewed campaign where we'll bend the rules to suit our story. If it makes a good story, the rule goes out the window. All players are using either homebrew or community-created races, classes, or both, and we'll be revealing those as they're revealed over the course of the story, so as to avoid spoiling anything. We'll be using safety tools at the table. These will be present in the use of safety cards and extensive communications behind the scenes. Our goal is to make our players and our table as safe as possible. So if we suddenly cut stream, please don't be alarmed. We're working things out, and we'll be back shortly. Oh yeah, and we swear. A lot. And lastly, we are raising money still this month for HEAL. HEAL is a nonprofit agency providing direct services and advocating on behalf of Maine's LGBTQ plus community and people living with HIV/AIDS. They also provide harm reduction services and materials for people who use drugs. They have been on the front lines of responsiveness during the COVID-19 pandemic. All locations have remained open, including their food pantry, harm reduction supplies, and case management services. We have reached our goal for the month, which means that Sunday, I believe, our dear Marge will be getting a makeover on Sunday brunch. Very much looking forward to that. Get to see him even prettier than he already is. But regardless, whatever we can do for this charity, goal or not, if you can give, we would greatly appreciate it. And so in addition to all of us looking a little fancier tonight, there is one other special thing going down tonight. And for that, I will hand it over to Diana.
I have been teasing this for months, and now it's finally happening. So in the session before last, session 5, we as a party got our first glimpse at Saoirse, the rose gold dragon. And of course, based off of this rose gold dragon that I painted over the summer. Tonight, she gets to leave my care and go into somebody else's. So stay tuned during break. Stay tuned during break, and you'll have the chance to win her. Fair and square. We'll send her to you, and she will no longer be mine.
How many times did Lee comment that it was his dragon?
Just once.
Since
just
once.
Once. I happened to look down. Yes.
Just the ones in chat.
I leave it up to Maud, and I just happen to look down and see, oh, look, my dragon.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
Look, I'm just gonna say during chat, if all the mods want to look to their left and stay that way for 15 minutes, I'll make sure Lee doesn't win this.
So
Love you, Lee.
Hang out with us during break. We'll have more details about how to enter when we go off. Hang tight. She's almost ready to go.
She's going to take flight.
Gotta get pretty.
It's beautiful. Oh, I'm sorry, just real quick, because I did see someone ask in the chat while moderating. So Pact of the Apparition is actually a homebrew class. It can be found on the GM's Guild, Dungeon Masters Guild. That one.
DM's Guild.
There is a link in. Tyler's already got you. There will be a link periodically showing up in the chat if anybody asks for it. Tyler's got you. It can be found there. It is a free class, except I have yet to figure out how to tip the creators because I want to so bad. please, if you guys are interested in it, go and look at it because it's so badass.
We actually haven't made a big deal out of it, but at this point, I'm pretty sure every character on screen is using homebrew or community created content in some way, shape, or form, which explains some of the things that you may have seen in chat that, well, have caused questions, and we'll just leave it at that. With more answers yet to come. So many questions. But now, my favorite part of the show. As everyone looks away from their camera.
What?
Except I don't have to this week. So.
That's right. Marcella is immune.
Nobody likes a bragger, Marcella.
Yeah.
Because
Hey,
someone
you got to
failed
figure it
her role last time. So you know what? Don't at me.
God help us all. This recap has become a song and dance. I will need everyone to make a performance check.
Oh.
And the best performer gives the recap.
I get it,
best.
bitch.
The best.
The best performer.
I feel called out.
Wait, I have the dice for that. He showed his ass earlier.
Well, I rolled a 10,
3.
so that's a 21.
Oh my God. I had no idea. I
Bard.
legitimately didn't know. Bard, yes, but Jesus, at 11?
An 11. Charisma's a 5. I have
That sounds like that
expertise.
good expertise.
It does, in fact.
And jack of all trades, of course.
Well,
Did anyone roll a nat 20?
I did.
Nah.
Oh, hey.
Oh my god, what'd you get?
Just 20.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
a
just
crit. A crit's a crit.
A crit's
A
a
nat
crit.
20 is a nat
No,
20.
wait, no, I lied. That is a 24. So yeah, I beat the bard.
Whew.
Damn,
The-
the bard who
fight
rolled a
word.
10.
Yeah.
Then again, you didn't roll natural 20, so thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see how bad I am.
Let's compare those notes.
Let's compare notes. Those are not.
I was really ready for you to be like, oh yeah, it's a 21, and then we could do it together. But no,
Aw.
Oh,
Aw,
that would have been
cute.
sweet.
Marshmallow.
Could have had a s'more.
Oh.
God
Not
damn it, I was
bad.
drinking.
We're not far enough into the night yet. Save it for Petrus.
But session 6 started off with the party finishing up, making camp, sleeping for the night, tuning in, a shady paladin sneaking her way into a tent, finding a boy wrapping himself in rope, questioning the poor boy half to death, and revealing to him that she did in fact know this Landris Greyshorn. In the meantime of that happening, a newly found out warlock had a slight discussion with a plane jumping tiefling who we all love and dear for, Chauncey. And after that conversation, got the best sleep of her life in the last 10 years.
Thing ever.
But with that, Chauncey left the ethereal plane and came into the material plane, where he came face to face with a Marge, who just kind of looked at him and just sup. That is basically how we took that, as just sup.
Best
After
Marcella.
discussion, Chauncey did warn Marge to keep what was inside Marcella away from certain people who we have now learned are going to be at the ball that the Baron is throwing. The party does wake up the next morning. Diana finds a ring and a lovely note that brings tears to other players' eyes. And maybe Kayla's the players. Nia finally figures out what the nightlight does. It's not in fact a nightlight. It is in fact a sword that is stronger against druids, which is something we never thought we might have needed. And after that, the party does conclude. They get Petrus on a move. They continue to travel to Five Spire. On the way, they pass a hut. And outside the hut, they find a hag with their Yeth hound. Combat ensues. Party, one smack hits the hag down. Yeth hound takes a little bit of time, extra time. But with that and some secret messages, thankful for Marge, Marcella, and Petrus, everyone makes it out safe. Everyone makes it to Five Spire, where we are happily greeted by a beholder that shocks the party, makes Diana want to run. Turns out it is Petrus's professor. Nonchalantly, hi, I've missed you. Welcome back to school. The beholder offers Diana a job because of the Pally Palace. We find out that Petrus's dad is stupid rich and gives them school lots of money. This is when we find out that Petrus himself is invited to the Masquerade Ball. He then invites our one Miss Aoife to be his +1. And Aoife, Marcella, and Nia trudge off to do their shopping spree. Marge heads off to, I don't remember the name of the Druid Corner.
Druidic Studies, yes.
Druidic Studies. And Diana goes off to the Wizard's Tower. And we left the girls shopping.
So, the beholder did say the party was in 2 days' time. And so you'll have a little downtime in between. And before we get right to the festivities, I want to check in with everybody and see how you are spending your downtime. And you know what? We'll just go in intro order. Aoife,
Ooh.
what are you up to?
Oof. I would say Aoife I have a lot of work to do in those 2 days. We need to find a dress. I have to find somebody to fix my hair.
Diana's got you.
And I need to learn how
You're
to dance.
looking at the two of them that are dragging you around.
This is over the whole 2 days. I mean, we have downtime, so I have to learn how to dance. And
Marcella's got you covered on that.
Fey etiquette. These are all things that I don't know. Would have no reason to have known them before now. So we
Do as best we can.
crash course.
Abe, how is Marge doing? What is Marge doing?
Marge would have spent some time in the Druid Circle,
Indeed.
Especially after finding the second of the cold steel infused fey creatures. He would have also probably sought the rest of the party out to go gather their reward for bringing Petrus here and to complete their civic duty so they don't go to jail. And then probably tried to get one of the girls torn away from Aoife to find him something to wear since he had to go to this shindig.
Very good. When you go to collect your due pay, we'll call it that, the member of the sending corps is first surprised to see you, goes to grab your file, and finds a note inside.
Oh dear.
And you are each extended an extra 100 gold from the Lord Fengrir himself.
That brings our total to 350.
Correct. Each.
Excellent.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I don't need a sugar daddy.
Of course you do.
I was gonna say you might not, but
Some of us, wow, words
some
are hard
of-
tonight.
some of the rest of
would,
us
gladly
don't
take
have a whole lot of money.
Oh, that was me being like, do I though?
Oh, I see.
Outside of that, Marge would probably be asking a lot of questions to the druid he spoke with at the end of last sessions to find out more about the Order of Ordu.
Would you like to ask your question?
No, because I'm gonna have to think about them and write
Okay,
them down.
fair enough. Didn't mean to spring it on. Diana.
Diana spends the first day and afternoon in the Wizard's Tower. Just looking for anything that they might know about the Fae.
You find a number of amiable, if confused, wizards. They're not accustomed to outsiders. Hell, they're not accustomed to paladins coming that far. Generally, paladins keep to their own palace. They're all willing to engage you, give you a rundown on the courts and the various ways that Feyce like to bargain. Warn you that unless you're extended hospitality, not to eat their food, not to drink their drinks, to be careful how you thank them, that you do not indebted yourself to them, because they take favors and debts very seriously.
Basically,
As-
things that I already know.
Yeah.
Almost talked.
You do, however, as you're going through the different towers, you get the sense that each one has a theme. There are 5 of them connected by a pentagram of paths, with one larger one in the center. And when you enter the center one, you go up a little ways, and you notice that all of the doors have a slightly blue glow around the edge. And the offices seem larger than should be able to be in a building like this. Somewhere around what you would guess is the 3rd floor is the Student Hall of Fame. And there are little tiny illusions set in shadow boxes along the wall of all of the members of the Hall of Fame, one of whom you recognize.
I spend a moment longer on that one.
For his expertise in planar magics.
I just whispered to myself that should have been apparent.
And when you leave the tower?
Yes, I don't. I only stay there the first day.
Sure. What do you do the second day?
I help Aoife brush out her hair one late evening and tell her again about the Silvervale Festival and how I want to show her one day. And I go over all the things I was taught about the Fae. Nothing new had come up in the conversations with the wizards in the tower. I just go over and express how important it is to follow those rules. And that she should only dance with Petrus at the ball.
Very good. Meg, what is Marcella up to?
Well, outside of the shopping excursion,
Yes. Assuming you don't take 2 entire days to shop, which is possible.
Oh, I was just about to say, she spends an awful lot of time with Nia, because I think this is the first time she's been to a party in a long time, just due to her own personally inflicted self-isolation. So I think she would have asked Nia for help finding something to wear and just hanging out with Nia a little bit. She also probably would have gone to Marge because of their conversation in the swamp. Just requesting a refresher course on how to deal with the Fae, because he seems really familiar with the old ways. So he seems like a good person to go and ask these things to, like, in her mind. So, so there's that. And during their shopping excursion, probably when they were going around taking Aoife to look for her dress, while they're waiting, Nia does Marcella's hair for her. And she likes it so much that she's decided she's keeping it. It's very simple. It's easy for her to do. She's never been one to really do her own hair. So it's something that she picked up from Nia.
That makes me happy. Nia, how are you spending your time?
Sobbing. No.
So many tears.
So many tears. Obviously helping in the way that I know how, by getting everybody dressed and prepared. Those who need assistance with matching colors and shirts and gowns and fancy footwork, any of that. That's Nia's specialty. When she has a moment, she does go looking for a few small minor things like another copper bracelet to add to her collection. Not like the nice one that she has, or the not nice one, the important one.
Yes.
She gets a nice, pretty little snow white owl feather that she keeps tucked away somewhere, so she doesn't have to keep borrowing Aoife's. And one night, after everything is kind of calmed down and it's quiet, the moon is out, Nia takes some time to go through the things that she found in the dungeon a while ago, looks at the vials and the ivory statues, casting Identify on the ones that she's not really sure about, and then she pulls out the rug. And she casts Identify on the rug.
The rug is a rug of flying. 3 feet by 5 feet. Has a flying speed of 80 feet per turn. And as you examine it, you see that in the same hand that scribed Manticore on the bottom of a mat, someone has written the word bugbear.
Oh.
Interestingly, when you go to pull out the rug, there's a little bit of slime on one end. And you go digging through your pack, and you're looking at all the different items and casting Identify on what all. And you never do find that key. But weirdly, there's a hair comb you don't remember owning.
Someone took my key. But this is a pretty hair comb, so I'm not that mad about it, but I'm a little mad about it.
Very good.
So she has a hair comb. It's not a key. Is that covered in slime?
Only just a tiny little bit. Right, it's got a jeweled top, and just right across the top of one of the jewels, there's a little bit of slime.
Clean all that off. Aoife, dear, how are you this evening?
Overwhelmed. How are you?
Oh, you know, I have a magic carpet. Would you join me for a moment?
Sure. Magic carpet. Okay. Yeah. All right.
So she brings Aoife outside, shows her the very nice carpet that they found in the dungeon. She says, "Take a seat."
Aoife sits cross-legged on the carpet.
And Nia joins you, and she says, "Bugbear."
And the carpet takes off. It may be y'all's first ride, but it's clear that the carpet knows what it's doing. It rises just above the level of the buildings. And from this vantage point, if you look off to your right against the evening sky, you can see a large airship circling the city. Slowly it ascends, starting back toward the mountains, and just makes an easy circuit as you look down on the lights of the city below.
I am terrified. Like, Probably like literally trying to wrap myself around Nia. Just like, what is going on?
Don't
What?
look down.
Oh,
I want
okay.
you to
All
look
right. Don't look down. Got it.
Yeah.
Mm.
What do you see when you look up?
The stars.
Mhm. There's probably going to be a lot of things happening tomorrow night. And we're all very worried about it. And you're going to be in the center of it. But I'll be here. So will Marcella and Diana and March. And when it's all said and done, the stars will still be here. So remember that.
Bugbear will continue to circle slowly, letting you relax into it. And whenever you're ready, you can just take it down. It responds almost like a horse. You just grab it by the edges and tilt it which way you want to go.
You tilt it back to wherever they're staying at.
Okay. Petrus has, in fact, put you up in a remarkably nice inn.
It's amazing.
Yes. Large private baths with attendants that come and go and take care of your needs as you have them. You don't see an awful lot of him over the course of the 2 days. He's not cagey or clammy or out of the way. He's just clearly going about things, making preparations. Would stop and check in on each of you every day in his bumbling, awkward sort of way. Yes, Marcella.
During one of those visits, I think Marcella would like to ask him just offhand, about the brand that he had removed.
Oh, yeah, that. My father has. He is a member of a, shall we call it, unusual religious order. He saw to it that we were all marked as children, and given our powers and our patron at an early age, members of his order feel that it's easier if we simply grow up knowing nothing else, rather than having to adjust to it as adults.
And what order might that be?
I know better than to speak its name. Even without the mark, the word itself conjures power. And I do not know who is listening.
Okay, that's fair. Who by chance is your patron? Do you know?
No. We were never told. I know she is Summer Faye. I have heard tell that others' patrons speak to them. I have never heard her voice. I simply know whether or not she is pleased by whether or not I have access to my powers.
Understood. Just a curiosity. Sorry to keep you.
No, not at all. Can I get you anything? Do you need anything at all?
Oh no, I'm perfectly fine. Thank you though.
Very good, Lady Marcella. And he'll make his exit.
I was muted.
Yes.
We could use some more wine.
Yes.
Literally
yes,
just pokes her head out for a second.
yes.
She's probably got
Idea, of
cucumbers, a robe on.
we just decided randomly, like we just randomly got shoved into a room together, and it's just like, all right, fine.
Your usual vintage?
Of course, if it's on your daddy's credit.
Well, this will be mine, but I don't mind at all. One bottle or two.
2.
It shall
One for
be
me
done.
and one for everyone else.
Marcella just stops him at the door. Maybe make it 3.
As you say, my lady.
Stop him right before he leaves again.
This poor kid.
Wait.
Wait.
But wait,
Petrus.
there's more.
So, I know this is a ball, but I am rather attached to my greatsword.
Yes.
In past times when we would go in Halston, I would see people with weapons and armor, but don't really want to bring attention to myself. Is there a way for
Yes.
me to conceal it
Of course.
in a way?
For what it's worth, I mean, you are serving as the Lady Aoife's retinue. Security is expected. But if you wish to be inconspicuous, I can see to it. I will have a bracelet delivered somewhere. It's early evening, but the rings of the planet are bright. The moon is not quite full. And indeed, the stars are out. After a mile and a half or so of just comfortable, easy walking, you come to a large set of imposing stone parapets. There are 2 men standing there at the gate. Petrus approaches one of them, pulls up the sleeve of one shirt, of one of his sleeves, and shows a tattoo you would swear wasn't there before. One of the men reaches over and touches it, and the gates open. Inside the gates is an enormous manor house. By our standards, we would call it Victorian. It is, in fact, 4 separate houses. The one to the west, the path is lined and indeed lit by hovering sprites. Was that Bix?
I'm so sorry, y'all. My
No. Bix has an opinion, I'm
He's
assuming.
only been here for like 3 days, and especially if I stop talking, he just hollers at me.
Oh.
You good?
Baby.
Oh, he's gotten past the howling like every time he leaves the room, but like earlier today he left the room and hollered at me once, almost like a I'm in here, Ma.
Oh, baby.
He's a sweet
live.
baby. That was loud though. I'm so sorry.
Well, this is fancy.
Justin, before
Behave
we
yourself.
head into the gates,
Yes.
Diana does cast Disguise Self.
Very good.
She no longer has freckles. She no longer has her scar. She looks like a Farendale cousin, but not quite related to the main family.
Very good. You walk the gauntlet of glowing Fae, each with their little letter opener swords, all with their own little masks. All of them spring Fae, but you probably expected that. You arrive at the door and are met by we'll call him a maitre d' for lack of a better word, who takes an invitation that, again, Petrus seems to create from absolutely nowhere, hands it over. The man looks at it, looks at Petrus, looks at Aoife. Very well. Please enter. No one touches the door, but it opens all the same. Sorry, I'm noticing the cat check again.
I don't know if you guys can see that far, but he is just like on my couch, just losing his goddamn mind right now.
We can see. Yes.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yes. Peek.
The ballroom is about 200 feet on a side, 80 feet tall. You enter on a round dais overlooking an enormous dance floor. There are 4 other daises along the walls that seem to lead up to staircases to private boxes above. The boxes, however, do not appear to be occupied. The dance floor, on the other hand, very much is. There's a matching dais to this one on the other side of the room, possibly twice the size. And at the moment, there are two figures standing on it. The first of them stands fully 6.5 feet tall, not counting the 13 points of his branching antlers. His coat is worn open with no shirt, displaying brown skin with a warm, deep umber glow stretching invitingly over rippled abs. His dreadlocks, which are mostly tied behind his back, transform at his shoulders to the blooming branches of weeping willows. And even at this distance, from behind his mask, you can see vibrant, brilliant green eyes that take the whole scene in ways that are charming and having nothing to do with magic. Oberon may be a prince of the Fae, but this man is in every way a king.
And a daddy. Dang.
Damn, Nikki!
Oh, or is this Nia?
Both.
Marcella elbows her, just like,
Oof.
Beside him,
I tried to keep it quiet. Look, they know how they look.
beside him, is an equally striking woman. She might be, in other times, described as Rubenesque, in pink and green robes. She has glowing umber skin and giant butterfly wings to match. She is smiling out across the assembled dancers. And when you walk in, her eyes lock to you. And she just grins.
I mean, she hot too. Do they need to they want to adopt or anything? Like, it's fine.
As
Jessica,
her, yes.
Do we know who either of these two are?
There is the possibility that Marge would know. But you did know to expect the Lord Oberon. Right as her... yes, go ahead.
Anyone paying attention to Marge would see his normal blue eyes go orange.
Remind me again what orange was.
Anxious, nervous.
Okay. Marcella, at seeing that, walks over and takes Marge's very large wooden bear arm and just kind of like links hers with his and just kind of like pats him on the arm.
Hey, Marge, do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a perception check. We're looking for DC 15.
17 on the die, 18, 19, 21, 22.
Hey, dude.
23, 24. Yeah.
Enough is what I'm hearing. Let me find that note. As Marcella takes your arm, you notice, one, that the ring that is usually around her neck is in fact on her finger. Secondly, and this is something only you would ever know, her dress has a reasonably high slit in it, and on her legs there are no tattoos. It's at the moment that Oberon's companion grins that the Herald decides to announce the lot of you. Master Petrus Fingrir III and the Lady Aoife Inkblood. And of course,
Lady.
everyone turns and looks.
Lady.
Chin up, darling.
And
Chin up.
Petrus leans over to Aoife and
You're
goes,
the star.
well, that's unnerving.
Yes.
And leads you off the dais. Petrus would have explained that you are, in fact, as a pair, expected to greet the Lord Oberon. And so upon entering, you would begin to make your way around the dancers toward the podium. The presence of your retinue, however, is purely optional. What is everyone else doing?
I don't know. Very quickly, Nia turns to Diana and she says, I'm going to make sure that she is okay. Are you going to join us as the retinue, or do you want to be further away? Can't hear you, dear.
I will be close to Aoife.
Okay. So, yeah. Nia, I assume everybody just, we all give like 3 or 5 feet and then follow them.
Going? What about the other two?
I think Marcella would look up at Marge and just be like, shall we pass?
I will not go close to them.
Well then, how about we dance, Marge?
Ooh.
Sure. I think you were muted, Justin.
Oh, no, I was mostly talking to myself. I just said I love
Oh.
it so much.
Oh, okay.
So, Petrus and Aoife make their way to the dais, climbing slowly. The woman next to Oberon has not stopped staring the entire time. She is watching.
Who is she staring at specifically?
It's hard to tell.
Cool. Awesome. Cool.
So
It's making me real nervous, like real person human sweating right now.
oh no. It's okay.
Oh, it feels like that smile that somebody gives you when they know something. Just that evil, I'm gonna get you a smile.
Oh, good. I conveyed it perfectly.
Perfectly makes me nervous.
Great. Aoife, dear, you ought remember, everyone wants to be you tonight. And Nia's giving you a bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
It's a D8 now.
Oh, that's
Fancy.
sweet.
That upgrade, though.
That upgrade, though.
We upgraded our bard.
I'm ready. Ready to fucking go.
Prepared.
So as you approach King Oberon and whoever this is on his arm, he is handed a small card by an attendant, and he waves it off. No, these two I know. He stands, and you really get the full effect of the horns at this point, because he dips his head over, and these massive antlers just shadow over you. Master Fengrir, I've not seen you since you were a wee thing. It's good to see that you have grown well and strong, and apparently incredibly lucky. I see you have the company of a moonlit flower on your arm. He turns away from Petrus and bows to Aoife. Well met, Lady Aoife.
The pleasure is mine.
Indeed, a pleasure. So, I do not want to keep you long. I know this is a formality, but I must make introductions. For I, too, am lucky this evening. I did not expect to be accompanied on my journey, and yet the goddess Verenestra has chosen to accompany me to this ball. The predatory grin softens to a genuine smile that touches her eyes, and she reaches out to shake your hands. First Petrus, and then Aoife. When she touches you, Aoife, you feel a jolt of arcane power, the depths of which you have never known. It doesn't hurt, but it sets your every nerve on fire. This woman in front of you knows things.
Don't like that.
And then she releases your hands.
I think I was going to have to fight a queen, but here we are. I have to.
And the attendant ushers you off the stage. Petrus just leans over as you're leaving. By all the gods in all the heavens, I thought the introduction was unnerving.
Yes.
Did you feel that?
Yes. Does that name mean anything to you?
Nothing at all. Which is in itself terrifying.
Yeah. Yep.
What say we get a drink?
I love this idea.
And he will lead you over to one of the several bars lining the dance floor. Diana and Nia, you were not addressed because you were understood to be retinue. But it doesn't mean you weren't being watched. And, Nikki, I couldn't hear you, dear.
No, just muttering to myself. Oh, of course not.
No. So, Margin Marcella, you are dancing, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
As you make your way across the dance floor, you get close enough to see down into the orchestra pit. It is an entire orchestra of Warforged. And on the little bandstand is written the name Sergei Krimstofson. He appears to be conducting with a pair of magic wands as the automata create the music for the evening.
I cry.
Love it.
He's in chat.
Oh, good.
He
Good,
is.
Don't know if he caught it.
Yeah, he did.
I'm assuming, although I hate to assume anything, that of the dancing couple, Marcella would be leading.
Very likely.
And you spin away from the orchestra. And moments later, feel a tap on your shoulder. I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt. But I fear I may not be here long. And would be remiss in not speaking to you.
Writing this down for fan fiction later.
Well, would you mind, Marge? Will you be all right on your own for a bit?
I will. May I ask one question before we part?
Of course. What is it, my bear-shaped friend?
What is the pest's name? Its full name.
You cut right to the chase, don't you? Especially here. I dare not conjure the name aloud. However, if you like, I can write it for you.
Please.
He holds out his hand and conducts with his finger an illusory script on his palm, being very careful to make certain that Marcella cannot see what he's writing.
This is fine.
The name makes absolutely no sense to you, as it is as much numbers as it is letters. I do not know if that is still the thing's true name. I merely know that that is the name its creator gave it.
Interesting. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Enjoy your dance.
Thank you, my dear friend.
I believe I shall. Thank you for allowing me to interrupt. And so, Marcella and Chauncey
Yes.
go spinning across the dance floor. Moments later, Oberon is joined by something else on the dais. From the waist up, it appears to be another Warforged of a material you have never seen. Its skin is translucent, appears rigid. It glows dim white even in this light, and you see strange blue pulses beneath its skin running down its neck. It's dressed in fine wizard's robes, out the bottom of which run a 14-foot long serpent's tail in blue and white. A herald steps from the side of the dais and announces, His Eminence the Lunomic has joined us. Chauncey, for his part, looks up, goes, well, he's early. Lady Marcella, would you like to step into my parlor?
Why not?
Chauncey appears to pull back the fabric of reality itself. And you step into another world. That is where we're going to break.
This is fine.
Neil, we can't hear you, dear. You're muted.
Oh no, I'm just like, it's fine,
Oh.
it's fine, it's fine.
Well, everyone is going to go take a quick break. Remember to stay in chat. We will be running the
Yes.
giveaway for our dear
Lee's
sweet-
dragon.
For least-
for
Indeed.
Lee's dragon.
Once you see the announcement, I believe it is #dragon to enter. Indeed.
Heck, dragon. Wife, if you're in chat, enter.
That's right. Yes.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh, bye.
Oh, and we're back.
We're back. Oh, God, okay.
It might help if I do that. Y'all could have told me I was.
Congratulations, Trix.
Indeed. Congrats. Yay.
Y'all could have told me I was blacked out still.
Sorry.
It was more fun this way.
Is-
Yeah. Hi. We're back. Okay.
Marge was hiding in the shadows. That's what that was.
There we go. And so, Marcella and Chauncey have just popped off into another dimension. That's right. Where could we find Nia at the moment?
Nia has also gone to the bar to grab a drink, as is her brand. She's gone off to get a lovely selection of wine, keeping an eye on Aoife and Petrus, but giving them proper space, like standing next to Diana, but also giving Diana an opportunity to do anything if she needs to.
Indeed.
People watching.
As you're standing there, people watching, you notice a person watching back. Human, male, late 30s, give or take. Deep green eyes, brown hair swept back with just a hint of curl. Clean shaven, warm complexion. He's dressed not so much like a noble. You see a lot of nobles here. More like an extremely well-off merchant. Beside him is a woman with thick black hair piled on top of her head, wearing all the latest fashions in matching colors. On his hands, there are 2 rings, a signet, and a wedding band. Even through his simple mask, you think you might recognize him, but you're really not sure from where. And it's not until your eyes meet. Oh, go ahead.
No, continue.
It's not until your eyes meet that his go wide, as if he recognizes you. He speaks softly to the woman next to him and starts to approach you rather quickly from amongst the crowd.
Diana, if you are paying attention to Nia, you see her her posture go from curious to rigid to furious, like a very, very deep, cold fury. Her hands are clenched at her side. And she sees this man approaching, but she doesn't move. She waits to see what he does.
He's still a good 10 feet away when he calls out, Adelaide, is that you? Where have you been? And what did you do to your hair? I like it. No, it's beside the point. Where have you been? I haven't seen you in ages. I know we fought, but I thought we could get past it. I thought we could.
I step
you
in
leave?
between and just kind of hold out my hand towards him.
Rocks back.
Nia, do you know this person?
Of course she knows me.
Nah, I wasn't talking to you. Nia, do you know this person?
What did you call me?
Called you Adelaide. It's your name. Unless I am very, very much mistaken, which I am certain I am not.
That's
What else would I call
thought.
you?
Nia slaps him.
He takes it
Let's her.
and it knocks his mask askew. Well, and here I thought we could be civil.
Companions to enjoy my evening, and I think you have company of your own that you should be attending to. So if you'll excuse me.
Indeed. I guess you made your choice and I made mine.
Yes, I did, and so did you 5 years ago, if I'm correct. We should step outside for a moment. Come. And Nia grabs your hand and pulls you to the side, like trying to find a quiet place.
The man just shakes his head and returns to the woman that is clearly his wife. I see we have a Marge question.
I'm assuming Marge sees all this go down.
Most likely.
He's gonna watch Nia and Diana leave. Marcella's just left. His eyes are gonna roll darker orange, and he's gonna move to take up where Diana and Nia were, near Petrus and Eva.
As you go, Diana, I need a perception check.
So 12.
You, out of the corner of your eye, as Nia is dragging you away, catch for the barest moment sight of familiar purple robes. Wizard's robes, to be exact.
I just stopped dead in my tracks and followed with my eyes. And
The man continue letting
Nia drag me away.
Very well. You don't get a good enough look to make an ID. But you're almost positive that was an Eladrin man. Petrus, standing next to Eva, hears the commotion and turns to see Nia dragging people off. I understand the awkward position that is you being here with my friend, with your friends acting as little more than servants. If you need to see to them, please do.
I don't know how it would look if I just left you here.
Would you like me to accompany you that way then?
Please.
And so he does. He will again offer you his arm, and the two of you will walk to find Eva. Or to find Nia. I did the thing. You find yourselves a quiet little corner. There's only one way that you can tell in or out. As you get settled in a private place to talk, the herald announces the arrival of the Baron and Baroness, and they take their place on the stage next to the Lunomic, with the Lord Oberon and Lady Baronestra on the other side. So, in that quiet little corner, what are we doing?
Nia has let go of Diana's hand. She says, I'm sorry. I dragged you over here. I just... Oh, shit.
Second,
Thank you,
Are
Pix.
secondly, are you okay?
No. No, I'm not. I don't know who that man is, but he seems to know who I am. And a part of me thinks I know who he is, or at least the part of me that wants... the part
You
of me that
seem to
really
remember
wants to
him.
take him into a quiet corner and leave his dead body to be found.
We're not gonna do that.
I was so close. Until he said a name that I don't recognize. And now I'm stuck in the middle of two different thoughts and feelings, and I don't know what to do, and I've never felt this way. Diana, do you know who I am? Do you really know who I am?
I've only ever known you as Nia, and that is all I will ever expect you to be. I'm
And
not
do you
gonna
know...
ask anything about who Adelaide might be or might be to you, or if that's a past life. But you as you are, that's who I know. That's who's my friend.
I'm not a good person, Diana.
And neither am I. And that's okay. You are still my friend. We have all protected that boy from day one, begrudgingly as you were at first.
It's strange. I don't get close to people. I don't like making connections and dealing with feelings and friendships. It bogs me down.
And that's okay,
If I have
Nia.
to leave. But I don't want to leave you all.
Then don't leave us. Stay as long as you'd like. We very much like having you around.
If I'm going to stay, then you should know what I really am then.
What do you mean really are?
I was not lying when I said that I did not know that I had not seen that man in 5 years. Because I had not seen anybody or known of anybody past 5 years ago. I woke up on a beach, not knowing who I was. Or what my name was. But I had powers and I had abilities. And sometimes they come out when I hear a song or meet someone. Do you know what a siren is, Diana?
I've only heard stories of them growing up in Holston. Fables, tall tales.
Well, I am one. That's why I'm dangerous.
Nia. And I'm dangerous because I have a sword. You being... bear with me. You being a siren doesn't change anything. You are still Nia. You are still our friend. We're not going to turn you away. Your struggles don't define you. And I just walk up to Nia and just envelope her in a giant hug.
Nia hugs you back. Thank you.
Greatly appreciate you sharing that with me. I do have follow-up questions, don't get me wrong. I just think there's a better time and a better place. So...
From behind you, you hear a voice. Lady Diana, I could not agree more.
Oh no. I turn around.
There's a slightly built woman there. With lavender hair. Fair complected in a simple ball gown. And there's a pattern of rose gold scales running up the side of her neck and meeting her hairline. Of all the places to see you, child, I knew you had nerve, but really, he's not 50 yards over there. And she just starts laughing.
I kneel. Just... Saoirse?
Sweet child, it isn't necessary. Get up, get up, get up, get up. It's fine. Don't. Especially not here. God, don't give yourself away.
You're bold, actually, calling me by name.
I am warded, child. No one outside of our little circle can hear. As soon as your friend started revealing what she was, I thought it important to keep her secret.
That's greatly appreciated.
Of course.
Since you're aware of, clearly I'm not fooling you with my illusionary magic.
Almost no one does.
You don't mind if I demask for just a moment? This thing gets
please.
rather uncomfortable.
Yep.
Oh, gracious. And
As
I
you're
drop
talking.
disguise self.
There you go. It's good to see the real you. He misses you, you know.
It would be nice if I could miss him.
Yes, he told me what he did. By your request, I believe.
That's a long story.
I imagine it is.
I don't think we have time for that tonight.
No. No. The way the goddess of fate is grinning from that stage, I don't really imagine we do.
That's who that is.
Yes, well. Child, I will not keep you. You are clearly here with your friends. But do know he means to give you back what is yours one day. And you should claim it.
Holds up his end of the bargain, I'll hold up mine.
As you say.
We've already broken one treaty together. You shouldn't break any more promises.
Speaking of which, I don't know if you noticed the sign on the door when you walked in. It read, "Accorded neutral territory." That would be my accord. Please don't break it again.
I will try my hardest. Tell your diplomat to choose better sellswords next time.
As you say, but I am so fond of you. And she takes a drag on a cigarette that isn't lit and blows a fine stream of smoke.
I love all of
I
this.
love her. I
love
her.
all of this. This is so good.
Have
For
contact
the
with
first
him.
time this evening, I'm sad I'm in another plane.
Speaking of which,
Surprise.
Marcella, you step through to what you immediately recognize to be the ethereal plane. You've been here before.
Figures.
Everything takes on a ghostly sheen. The music sounds almost as if it's coming from underwater. And if you look up, those private boxes aren't empty. There is a couple sitting in each of them, save one. The foremost couple are sitting stock dead still in black robes. You aren't even sure if they're breathing. Chauncey extends an arm to you. Would you join me in my private box?
She takes his arm.
And he will lead her upstairs, along the north wall, the middle suite. There are drinks already set out, and hors d'oeuvres. He offers you a chair, but does not himself sit. I hope you can forgive me for taking you away like that. Should the Lunomic discover that I am here, things would go sideways in a hurry.
Marcella sits down in the chair that was offered her, and she crosses her legs and just leans back into the chair and goes, and why would that be?
You can tell he's thinking something over. I believe that next week will be the 16,000th anniversary of him wanting me dead.
She chuckles at that.
That is a rather long time to be on the run.
Yes, well, I was gonna take this. There we go. I was like, it got stuck in my hair. Because she would be doing the same thing. That's, forgive me, the thing is a little bit stifling.
Not at all. I hope you like the wine, but if you prefer, I do have something stronger.
She just kind of chuckles, not really sure how to answer that. But that she kind of thinks for a second and ignores the question and just, so curious. When did you learn my name?
Would you like that answer in your time scale or mine?
Humor me, both.
For you, I believe, it was 2 days ago. For me, it was more like 15 years. The astral plane is tricky that way. But it seems to be where I do my best research.
Understandable. Although, I quite miss Summer Child.
It suits you. And if it's all the same to you, it's what I would rather call it.
Call me whatever pleases you.
Indeed, Summer Child. Indeed.
Hey, Nikki.
Oh, with the feathers, it really.
I know. It's a whole other effect. Wow. Okay.
He pulls a flask from his vest pocket and opens it up. And you can smell the peat of the Scotch whiskey from several feet away. He takes a plug off of it and just sets it on the table between you. I hope the answer, both of them, was satisfactory.
Definitely.
I would hate to disappoint.
You could never. Far too intriguing for that.
Oh, I don't know. There are those who consider me an open book.
Consider that a book I'd like to read.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I
Yes.
suppose you actually had something to speak with me about. You're not... Typically, you don't whisk a girl off to another plane just for fun.
I don't suppose that the answer, I simply missed you, Summer Child, would be sufficient.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Perhaps. But that would also contain the seed of a lie, because it was not my only reason. That damned snake thing up there on that stage would very much like to crack your head open just as much as he would mine. In my case, he simply wants me dead.
I'm assuming he wants what's here.
He does. I think he very much hopes to be possessed by it.
How would that benefit him?
It would... How much do you know of the Warforged? I know you hang around with a bear-shaped friend down there, who I like very much, by the way.
Oh, he's quite fond of you as well.
I'm glad. I like to make a good first impression. She was, in a sense, made for him. Or he for her. I'm not really certain which way it works. It would be the completion of something. Eons in the making. And something I am sworn to stop from happening. And so, I get to enjoy the company of my lovely summer child. And keep him away from what haunts you.
Well, I suppose that deal works out well for both of us then.
Indeed.
I am curious, though,
Yes?
because this wouldn't be the first time that you've come to my aid, our aid, my aid.
Indeed.
What exactly am I to you?
At first, a curiosity. It's not often that I find visitors in my explorations. The second time, I came as a researcher. This time, I come to ensure my life's work. However,
I hope that when this is done, should the cycle not repeat itself, I might find other excuses for your company.
Well, I would enjoy that quite a bit. Although, I suppose there is something that you should probably, perhaps, be aware of.
Yes.
And she sits with her hand up. Not quite sure how to deal with this.
We needn't.
Say again?
We needn't. I didn't propose to you, summer child.
You didn't.
Although
Though someone did.
If I'm
some
being
time
honest, were the time stream something other than it is, I would gladly be your huckleberry.
I'm dying, sorry.
As it stands, I would be perfectly happy simply to be your friend.
Yes, but that still would be rather interesting to explain to him. You see, he still doesn't know.
Well, perhaps when all is said and done, he won't have to. It would be very nice to see her gone from this world.
It'd be nice to just... Well, I would say it'd be nice to sleep again, but... I think I would miss my adventures in the ethereal plane. Well, it's not exactly
your
like...
adventures too.
It's not exactly like difficult to find either. And you're welcome anytime. Though, perhaps you can answer one more question for me.
Of course. For you, summer child, anything.
And she gets up and she steps closer to him.
Mm-hmm.
And she's probably like within whispering distance. Perhaps you could explain to me why just a few nights ago we ran into, it's safe to say to call it a cult. We're trying to summon Shaw's Grub. And she steps back and looks at him and goes, now, don't get me wrong, I would find it incredibly amusing to assume that it is your scorned pupils trying to access your office hours, which I hear are incredibly difficult. But she sits back down and leans back. I think we both know better than that.
I don't know what you think you know, summer child. But I would ask if you know the meaning of my full name.
Oh, I do.
They were trying to summon my dad.
I figured. Like I said, it would be more amusing if it was your pupils. Do you know why?
I rather imagine that they were trying to convince my father to help them. Well, there's no other way to put it. Bring about the end of the world.
Well, this is the second time that you've alluded to the end of the world, so which is it? By his hand or the fires that this one so loves to talk of?
What makes you think they're not one and the same?
Always an option.
Green wood does not burn. And Nolt bark is not large enough yet to consume the planet. The Avern is already dead. I couldn't stop them That lot wasn't powerful enough to summon it. But I rather imagine in time they will be. And I would simply rather it not. Which is why my father is currently in chains.
Talk about daddy issues.
If
Now,
your father was an archdemon, you would have them too.
lucky for me, my father was an angel.
Based on that marking I can see, I would have thought a butterfly.
So I take it this isn't doing much good then.
I cannot see through your clothing, child. I simply see patterns of power. You came to me first wearing the mantle of summer service. Between that and the butterfly, rather than simply asking your name, as I didn't imagine I would see you again, I called you the most obvious.
Well, unfortunately, and she is actually going to just remove her collar. It's a bit more than that.
Oh, believe me, I say. The bear print is a nice addition.
You say that, though. Apparently Bix is very upset about it. You say that, though.
He doesn't pet me nearly enough.
Oh, what a shame. She ruffles her ears. Although I'm a little concerned, considering most of the time when things like this do appear, it's not necessarily for good reason.
Imagine that is how she grows her nexus of power in you.
I would think so.
In the meantime, back on the dance floor. Things have calmed down a little bit. The Lady Saoirse has gone on to greet other guests, some of whom know who she is, some of whom clearly don't. Marge, where are you?
Probably 10 or 15 foot behind Aoife and Petrus, acting as their guard. Like, since everybody else just kind of poofed. Marge is on
I was
high
emotionally
alert.
compromised.
Yeah. Marge heard a slap turn. Saw you going, dragging a that Farandel cousin with you.
Dia, speaking of, how are you doing?
Well, very large, imposing woman that I find myself very much attracted to. Definitely helped calm me down a little bit. But I do realize that I have to calm down a little more. And she kind of turns to Diana. She's like, normally I have a much more terrifying transformation when it gets really bad, but I think with my emotions and everything, the scales started coming out. Just give me a moment. And she casts Disguise Self, and it just looks like Nia, just without the scales. And she puts the mask on. I'm not going to put the mask on because it takes way too much time.
Diana again casts Disguise Self and puts her mask back on and just lead the way, lady. We have a party to get to.
We have an Aoife to go protect.
That we should probably save her.
And
She's
speaking
make sure
of,
she's okay.
Petrus, who theoretically should know what the hell he's doing, is largely following Aoife's moods. He has been very attentive, careful of things that make you nervous, trying to make sure you are at your ease.
Oh
Where are
gosh,
you?
he's the best.
I think since it sounds like we didn't get to Nia and Diana before everything went down, maybe we lost them crossing the dance floor. So I would say that that's actually probably where Aoife is most at ease. There's no expectation of conversation. It's just music and movement.
See Diana and Nia slink back in the ballroom and just hang out next to Marge.
Nia twists the copper band on her wrist and sends Aoife a message. Sorry to leave our post. I had tears in my eyes. Wasn't looking very good, like a good guard. So, but I'm better now. We can talk about it later.
I just elbow Marge. Just give him a little nudge. You all right there, bud?
That's the same about you two. You left in a hurry.
Oh, I was taking care of Nia. I'm perfectly fine.
Yes, the gentleman that approached me. It's a long story, and I really don't want to say it again in front of people that I don't know. I've already been called out for doing that once. But I will tell you about it when we are in quiet company.
As you wish.
Diana, I need you to make another perception check, please.
That's a 19.
This time you get a much better look at the purple robes. They are more than familiar, as is the hair, as are the points of the ears, and the copper glow of summer Eladrin's skin. He's standing 20 feet away.
Pardon me, Nia. Marge? I've got a dance floor to be introduced to. I will see to you folks later. And I
Don't
walk
find any
to the
traps
figure.
while you're out there.
Don't replace your marshmallow yet.
No one can replace the marshmallow.
I go to the figure.
I'm going to cut away. Aoife, the music has turned to a light waltz. And Petrus, who has been a capable dance partner, trying his best to make you feel at ease, make you feel comfortable, suddenly tenses. You can feel it through his entire body. Diana, you touch the man on the shoulders, trying to get his attention. He turns, and you're close enough to see the eyes. Not only are these not Landris's eyes, they're not Eladrin eyes.
Eyes they are?
you can see black tendrils reaching out and up the forehead. What had been simply a copper glow turns to fire as the robes burn away. Somewhere behind you, you hear screaming. Aoife, it's at this point that Petra spins you around, pushes you away, and says one word. Run! And that's when you see the light in his eyes go out, as he is pierced multiple times from the back
No!
and falls to the ground.
No. No.
Whatever this creature is standing with its hand outstretched towards you. Checking in, is Liz the player okay?
Yeah. Liz, the player, is like, I'm not playing a cleric. I can't fix this.
Like, I'm waiting for Jess to say structure time so we can fix
Yes,
these
it is.
problems.
I would like Aoife to have a moment to react, but we are going to roll initiative.
No. Just, I love you.
I think the no would have been in character.
Yes.
And then immediately would have screamed for Diana.
Very good. Let's in fact roll initiative.
Come on, press and dice. Give me a nat 20.
Oh, that's an 8.
Oh, hell.
That's a dirty 20.
Hell yeah.
Take it.
Look, I didn't even pull out dice. I haven't needed them yet.
I was ready.
That is a 12.
That was a 12 from Marcel.
Yes.
And Marge is a 15. I'm actually going to put you in the 16 slot because I know your dex.
Okay.
All right, so I've got Nia, Marge, whatever these damn things are, Marcella, something else, and Diana. Okay, so we are at the top of... Oh, yes, please.
17. 18, actually.
17, my apologies, 18. Very good.
Mhm.
That still puts Nia at the top of the order.
Excellent. Nia is going to... Oh my god. I'm so mad. I'm going to... how far away were we to Aoife and Petrus?
You were probably within 10 feet of them.
Okay.
This first bad guy is about, we'll say, another 20 feet beyond that. Diana didn't have to walk very far, but she's at engaged range with it. If you look around the room toward where the screaming were, there are 4 more of these figures. Pardon me, 3 more of these figures, 4 in total.
Wonderful. Excellent. Great. Yeah, Nia is going to run over to Aoife. And what is she going to do? Yeah. You know what? Do I have enough time before I make my action to see if Petrus is like whole ass dead or just bleeding out?
I mean, it would require a medicine check.
And is that an action to do that?
Let's call it a bonus action. Why not?
Okay. Take it.
DC 10.
DC 10? Yeah, that's a 10 on the dot.
The boy has no pulse.
Okay. Fuck it. Yeah, no. Nia's going to pump a level. Yeah, she's gonna pump a level 2 cure wounds into him. So that's 2d8 plus 4. No, plus 5. 14 points of healing.
It has no effect.
That stinks. That's my turn.
Eva.
Did I see which one of them did it?
Oh, yeah. He's not 20 feet away.
It's not in this notebook. God damn it. I need a notebook for this game and not like 6. Oh, there go the notebooks. Use the horns. Oh, yeah. Perfect. I'm gonna reach into my bag.
Christmas tree.
I'm gonna reach into my bag,
Hmm?
and I am going to search for another bottle of water.
It comes to you easily. You don't have to roll this one.
It's swamp water.
Ah.
Yes.
And when that thing opens its mouth, I'm going to hold my turn, and I'm going to drown it.
Understood. The commotion on the dance floor has caught the attention of the Lord Oberon. He is a Fey noble in accorded neutral territory, where the accord has just been broken. If looks could kill, everyone in the room would already be dead. He literally launches himself from the stage, landing a good 40 feet behind you. For anyone who looks, no one knows where the hell he was keeping that sword.
Yeah,
But it runs straight through one of these things. And he sections it from tip to tail. And yes, for chat, I did pre-roll a little bit of this. That brings us to March.
So there's 140 foot in front of me.
Correct.
Oberon just dropped 140 foot past it. Is there anyone else on the dance floor, or did they scatter?
There has not been time enough for everyone to leave the dance floor yet. There's still quite a few people there.
Okie dokie. So Marge is gonna charge the one in front
Mm-hmm.
of Eva, drawing his quarterstaff
Yep.
root ball club as he goes. Bonus action rage, and as he stops in front of it, you see the beam of ice blue light shoot out of his forehead again. Let's see. That's a 16 on the dice, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 to hit.
Yes.
4d6, 3, and 11 is 14 points of radiant damage.
All right. Let's see. All right.
And then Marge is going to
Yep, do the
swing
thing.
twice. The first one, normal attack, since it already has advantage. That's a 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 to
That
hit.
hits.
For 8 points of bludgeoning. And the second is reckless.
Nice.
Damn.
That's Preston Feyce. So that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points of
Okay.
bludgeoning damage. 19 points. And add 2 more to the first attack.
Okay. Got it. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Now we come to the Eladrin. The first one, none too happy, makes the damn fool mistake of opening its mouth to cast a spell.
And I was wrong last time, apparently. These things, sorry.
You're fine.
When the level of the spell goes up, the number of gallons goes up by 10 for each level. So it is 20 gallons of water,
Yes.
not 10.
Yes. Trying to remember how we ruled this. Was this an attack or was this a save? I'm trying to. It was a save against your spell save DC, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. What is this idiot rolling against?
13.
He makes it. That was an 8. He is wet. He is pissed off. But he is still able to get the spell off.
You said he rolled an 8?
Oh, wait. That's right. I'm sorry. I'm in the wrong damn system in my head. Yes, that was an 8. Sorry. We roll damage.
Okay.
Sorry. I had a brain fart there for a second. And all of a sudden, I'm like, wait, no. Right, okay.
Oh, right. I had the... Right. Fifteen damage.
Okay. It starts coughing up swamp water, choking on the words of whatever spell it was about to cast. I'm sorry, I'm having to do math. Okay. The other two, still surviving members of whatever these are, hear the sound and turn. One of them is going to cast at Marge's back. And
It has advantage.
it does? Oh, that's
I
right.
reckless.
Well, I'm going to guess that neither an 11 or a 9 meet your armor class.
Nope.
And the other is taking a shot at Aoife. And an 8, I'm going to guess. Also, doesn't look. This dice. It's this one right here.
The green one.
It's the green one. It's the Gala dice.
Ah, you're welcome.
Both of you see shards of metal rip past you, impacting members of the crowd,
Oh, God.
but they don't hit you. That brings us to Marcella. You are still in the ethereal plane.
Girl, you're on the wrong plane.
Chauncey hears all of this and looks up just as the two black-robed figures stand. Beams of dark energy shooting toward the box you're in. He lifts you by the collar of your dress, opens a way, and shoves you into the material plane, and then vanishes. What do you do?
Well, Marcella was not coming to any party unarmed, so that's she would have had a dagger strapped to her thigh, actually. So, hence the slit in the dress. So she flips back part of the skirt and pulls the dagger out. And is anybody, like, any of my party nearby me?
No. From where you're standing, they are clear on the other side of the dance floor. But there are two of these things fairly close to you.
Okay, but I can see what's happened quickly
Yes.
and gather. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so she's gonna try to stab at one of them. And literally as she's going, God damn it! I should have brought the crossbow. So, ooh, that is not gonna hit. I can almost guarantee it. That is a 10.
That is correct. It does not hit.
Yeah. At this point, I think she's just trying to get to the rest of the party.
Very good. As you're standing there, throwing your dagger and cursing at your miss, you hear people directly below you start to scream. And it's an entirely different kind of scream.
No.
Within moments, at the height you're at, you see a dragon head.
Oh, snap.
Sup?
As an ancient rose gold dragon takes her
Sup, sup, sup.
natural form.
Sup. I'm in love.
I can't possibly
didn't-
love her any more than I do now.
I didn't
I'm
pre-roll
already
this shit.
thirsty.
I really hope she cleared the way before she changed forms, or that's a lot of smushed innocence.
She this ain't her first rodeo.
She knows what she's about.
She's ancient. She knows.
Two of these fire eladrin things turn, look at her, and scream in sheer terror.
Oh, good. Fuck you. Not interest. I love it.
She opens her mouth, and from it comes a hail of pink crystals that completely cover the nearest one. Like I said, I didn't pre-roll all of this. He continues to scream and try to run away. But as her breath follows him, first his toes, then his shins, then his knees, then his thighs, then his waist, become the crystal that was breathed toward him. And he is locked in place, just
Thanks.
That's the dragon's turn. That brings us to Diana.
In the split second, I do look to turn to Aoife, see that Nia and Lynn are closer, turn back to the one in front of me. I rip off the bracelet and say Landris, and my sword is there.
Very well.
I look at this faux Eladrin dead in the eye and say, how dare you wear his likeness? And I swing on him. I don't think an 8 hits.
Remember that we all have inspiration.
We do.
You have the inspiration. Do the thing.
That is a 19.
That meets.
Okay, sweet. Yes, sweet.
Get him. Get him.
Oh, I cannot read that dice. It's a little dark, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's 12 damage on that one. And I get a second. I immediately whip back my sword and go in for another swing. And that is a 26 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And I will use Divine Smite.
Mm-hmm. Bring it.
Yes.
Girl, get it.
Get it.
Mm.
Get it.
It's 27 points of damage.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
And Diana's Divine Smite is not your bright white radiant damage. It is a deep, dark, abyssal gray.
It's enough to dim his fire.
Excuse
For a
me.
moment, he starts to dwindle. This energy is anathema to him. But in moments, he appears to come back to full strength. Let's see. Yes. For anyone who cares to look, Veranestra has not moved. But her eyes, she's squinting across the dance floor. And she has a rictus smile. Next to her is the lunatic. He uncurls to his full length, wraps himself around the Baron and Baroness, and a portal opens up beneath him as they all three drop through the floor. Which brings us back around to Nia.
It's fine. It's cool. It's fine. The one in front of me and Aoife who is sputtering out swamp water, Nia looks up at him and says,
Go back to wherever you came from. Now.
and I would like for you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please, and thank you.
12.
That's my stick.
Dissonant whispers at 3rd level.
Ooh, damn.
So, girl, 5d6, and he has to run away.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
I got
Oh, that's all right. I'm sorry.
7, 9, 13, and 18 points of psychic damage, and he gotta run. He gotta use his whole reaction to move as far away as he can right now.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
His faraway movement doesn't just involve running.
Okay.
He misty steps 60 feet away
Okay.
and then starts running.
It's a
Does
good
he
day.
get close to either Diana or Marge?
No.
Or Marcella? Anybody?
No. He is going.
Oberon, big ancient lady?
He will be near big ancient lady in just a second.
He's probably going to regret that, though.
Yes, he is.
So.
And then I.
Oh, yes, you have that.
Yeah, bonus action. Yeah, I'm gonna yell over at Marge.
Keep getting them with everything you've got with your friend.
And you take a bardic inspiration.
Cool.
8 for whatever you decide to do. And that's my
Ethan.
turn.
Yep. Well done. I like the effect, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I'm so glad I got it figured out.
Aoife, you're up.
Are there any of these things still near me?
Oh yeah, the one that killed Petrus is still right there in front of you.
Oh, good.
Oh, I thought that was the one that was the one that got hit by swamp water.
That is the one that got hit by swamp water. He's still alive.
Say it didn't kill him.
No.
Oh,
That's
no. Sorry, I thought he was still in front of us. I was about to be like, wait.
No, you've got. Yeah. Wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. The one that got hit by swamp water is the one that ran. Which means
Yes.
which means that you've got two behind you now.
Yes.
And one
The
in
one that
pieces.
hit-
Yeah, the one that hit Petrus, I'm sorry, is gone. He's running away.
Got it.
That is
Gone-
the
gone-
one I
gone-
just wanted to be.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
No, you're good.
He is to be exact 90 feet away.
Pretty far away.
Still not far enough. I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at him.
Do it.
Far enough away to not want to hit us, but far enough away that our spells can still hit him.
And
Nope.
Ma'am, you
Looking
still
for
have
an-
a bardic inspiration from me earlier.
Have you burned your DM inspiration?
I haven't used either of them yet, no.
Okay. Up to you.
Yep, so I'll use Nikki's on this one. Only 13.
Okay. Nope. Still not making it. This brings us back to the Lord Oberon. He, for his part, is stalking across the floor, going for another one. And in his fury, whiffs the shot. You hear cursing in at least 5 languages.
And I've given it to
I understand at least
Daddy
2.
instead.
Which brings us to March.
One still in front of me.
No, it ran.
Okay. Where's the next closest one?
Behind you, a good 60 feet.
Okay. Mark's
Yep.
gonna double move.
Yep.
Get up in its face. Have the people had time to get out yet?
There is a
of the way?
cluster by the door as they are cramming out. That happens
Okay.
to be, however, the direction you are facing.
Better yet, I will use this. You see Marge roar when he gets to it, and just full on roar. I need this thing to make a DC 16 con save.
That would be a 17 dice.
Okay. So it takes 3d10 radiant
That's on a fail?
halved. Yeah, well, it's
Okay.
going to take half of it. So that is 9, 10, 11. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 7 points of radiant
Mhm.
damage. Also, is it a shape
No.
changer? Okay.
Oh, hey, you know what? You're Marge. Roll me perception.
You're
Marge.
You know.
DC 15.
Yeah, I got 16 on the dice.
Fine. You're close enough that you can tell that what's running from this thing's eyes, those dark streaks, are metal, as are the veins in its arms.
Blue light begins to seep from every joint on Marge's body.
Whew. Okay.
You are
And that's my
you are
turn.
mad. You're so mad.
I love it.
That's a lot.
It's turn. Marge, does a 23 meet your AC?
Yep.
Very good.
That sounds like you're rolling Yahtzee.
I am, in fact, rolling Yahtzee.
Oh no. Oof.
But what if you did it, though?
Okay, but what if? No.
Hear me out.
Well, I'm trying to do math.
Distract him more.
God damn it. It's 35 points of damage.
Oof.
Oh,
It's the same thing. It's the same thing that hit Petrus. It's metal. Shards of it.
I didn't get to attack this turn.
Did I cut off your turn? I thought you said you were done.
Even I got to attack the last turn, but I didn't get to attack this turn.
Okay.
is it because you rolled 60?
Is my rage dropped?
No.
Okay. Just making sure, because rage says if you can't attack or do damage on your turn or take damage on your turn, your rage drops.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
So you said rage is still up?
Should be, right?
Okay. Just
Feel
making
it's
sure.
per round.
Okay.
What's that?
You said how much damage?
35.
Okay.
Sorry, the question caught me off guard. Marcella.
Yeah. So at this point, Marcella is running across the floor, realizing what has happened. And she's going to, how would you like me to do this?
However you would like. What are you bringing?
That.
Do it. Just
Okay.
do the thing.
Bless the fucking Lord. That was a 19 plus 4.
That hits. There is one that at this point appears to be undamaged and one that is half crystal and screaming.
Let's go for the undamaged one.
Yep.
And that is 2. So 11 points of damage.
Okay.
Let me do you the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
You have a roll
no.
to make.
Yep. That was a 7.
Ooh.
Yeah, oh no. And a 27.
27. For anyone who happens to be looking... Oh, I have rolls to make. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not going to like that one. Or that one.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
For anyone who happens to look Marcella's way, her eyes have turned milky white, as has her complexion.
Her tattoos are still exposed also.
Yes. They haven't changed color, and so they stand out in stark relief. Your girl has gone ghostly.
I believe Aoife has a role.
I do.
Would Aoife have been facing me? Because wouldn't
No,
Aoife...
at this point she's facing away.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's,
Okay. I'm
You're
just
still behind her.
making
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, nope.
Okay.
Nope. You're still behind her. Yes, well, brings us to the dragon in the initiative. She is going to swoop her mighty head down and see if she can have an Eladrin snack. She's going for the one that is running away. and it ducks at the last moment and rolls. Her jaws snap, and even over the noise of the crowd, you can hear the echo as her jaws slam shut over nothing. Diana.
I am going to use my Channel Divinity Eclipse.
Do it.
Anyone paying attention will see Diana's eyes go almost black. Her sword start to radiate this dark gray energy. And I will swing to attack the one in front of me. Any radiant damage is now turned to necrotic.
To be clear, you've got one that's run away from you, one that's part crystal, and one a good ways behind you.
There was one in front of me that was I was swinging on.
Yes, it ran away.
Oh, man.
You made it run. You're going to have to move.
I'm gonna move.
Yep. Crystal or not crystal?
We'll go crystal. We'll help Saoirse.
Yep.
That is a 23.
Oh, yeah, that hits. Love that good Yahtzee sound.
That's 8 damage.
Okay.
Plus my charisma modifier of +4. So 12.
12. All right. He is not looking his best, but he is very definitely still.
Good. Can I swing again?
Of course.
That's a natural 20.
Hell yeah.
So we're just gonna 12 that. We're also gonna do a level 2 divine smite.
Bring it.
Yes. Yes.
Excuse me.
12.
Now remember, it's max damage
Mm-hmm.
plus your roll. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm currently doing math. Bear with me.
Okay.
That's a lot of numbers to add up.
Mm-hmm.
That's 38 points of damage.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Necrotic damage for the radiant, so that would be 10 radiant damage turned to necrotic.
Okay. Now I have to math. I'm sorry.
Here.
Y'all have soaked a lot of damage between these two things. This one looks well and truly fucked up. Its fire is almost out. Its metal bones are exposed on one side. And it's just snarling.
I snarl back. Is that a free action?
Sure. Snarling is always a free action.
I snarl back at it.
Since the Lunomic fucked off to somewhere else, that brings us back to Nia.
We also forgot Bix.
Oh shoot!
Oh heck.
Twice actually, but that's I'm not
Wait,
worried
did
about the
Bix
first
come?
one. That was gonna be my next question. Did Bix come back through the veil?
he'll
with
follow
me?
you anyway.
Okay. So, I should probably roll a thing for Bix. Do you want me to wait until after Nia's done?
Let's let Nia have her turn and then we'll.
Okay, yeah, that's.
Does Petrus have his sword on him?
Yes, actually, he does.
The little short sword?
Mm-hmm. The one.
Nia draws it and points it in the direction of one of these things.
They are not druidic. That's what you're looking for.
Put the
But, of
sword
course-
down.
Interacting with an object is a free action, so it didn't cost you anything to try it.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that would be sick. But no.
Sorry.
You know what? Fuck it. The one that looks ready to drop.
Yes.
He needs to make me a wisdom saving throw, please. Thank you.
Okay.
DC 16.
Oh, that's cocked. Not counting that. Because it would have been 19. I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. That's 17.
Nia throws out her hand and tries to put him to sleep. But he doesn't go to sleep. God. Actually, no, that's not. I keep forgetting sleep doesn't have a save.
No, it doesn't.
I goofed. It doesn't have a save.
That's right. No, if you're putting to sleep, he's putting to sleep.
I'm just putting things to sleep.
I'm fairly certain if you rolled minimal for your level, you'd still put his ass to sleep.
Probably still put his ass to sleep. 1 second, everybody. Because I'm casting it at level 2, so that's 78 that I gotta roll. So hold on.
Lord.
28.
Yes. The problem is that his crystal legs are stuck to the floor. And so he just slumps. Bent at the waist. Womp, womp.
Womp womp. Well, so that's 90 feet, 20 feet. Did he soak up all 28 or?
No, but there's nothing in range.
Nothing in range? Okay.
Well, and even if you did, everything else still has enough hit points that they wouldn't be out.
Okay. In that case, who hasn't gotten a bardic inspiration from me yet? Aoife's next. So yeah, I turned. I turned to Aoife and I'm like, I'm sorry, sweetie. I have to chase my bliss. I got you next time. So Nia turns to Oberon.
Shoot your shot, girl.
Cass gives him a bardic inspiration.
Wow.
I actually couldn't hear that. I'm sorry. Can you give it to me without the voice thing? Because you were laughing too hard.
I'm so sorry. Lord Oberon, I know you can hit things better with your sword.
Bit of a jab. Don't piss off someone like
Want
that.
him to jab things.
Dang.
It's a D8.
The shade.
I can say that in 30 plus years of DMing, that is the first time I have ever had someone bardic inspire an NPC.
Isn't it great? Does it feel good?
It does. It does. Oh my God. I love you so much.
You're welcome. Look, I'm just shooting my shot here.
Yeah. No. Dude, right. By all means. God. Aoife, sorry. I got blown there for a second.
Bix.
Oh, sorry, Bix. My bad.
Yeah, that's not going to hit anyway. That was only a 2. But he is in front of she is in front of the one that I just hit with whatever it was I just hit.
Yes. Sorry, that does bring us to Aoife.
Is it possible that two of these things or two or more of these things are in close proximity to each other, say approximately within 10 feet of each other?
It's possible that the sleepy one and the one that's still mobile back there could be, yes.
Fantastic. I would like to select a random point approximately between the two of them.
Yes.
And cast Shatter.
Do that then.
So if these are creatures that are made of an inorganic material such as metal, so I don't know if that counts or not, but if it does, they have disadvantage on their saving throw.
Okay.
So they both need to roll Constitution saves, please. I think the one who's unconscious, I don't know what that means for him, but...
I mean, okay, so he rolled a 9 and a 4.
Okay.
And the other one rolled a 7 and an 8.
Cool, they both failed anyway. So, awesome. I'm sorry, 3.
Oof. Just
Damn horns.
they just want to be known. They just want to be heard. They want to be herded. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'll go.
It's 13 damage for each of them.
Very good. Would you like to describe exactly how the crystal one dies?
The crystal just shatters and spears through the body. Just a fine mist of things.
What was that
Bits.
noise again?
Yeah, I'm super good with the noises, obviously.
I loved it though.
You're doing
Fast.
so
good.
I'm so glad.
I wanted the.
That's all
Just
of
a
my
neat-
exciting spells for the evening, folks. That's it.
At the sound of Nia's voice, the Lord Oberon looks back, grins, and winks.
Girl, get it. Hell yes.
I bet you won't make that one pay.
It's fine.
Oh, excuse me. An appropriate Nia response.
He comes in at a run,
Eddie does. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
tossing his sword between his right hand and his left as he runs. He swings downward with the sword.
Is that a natural one?
Oh, no.
Oh.
I already rolled to attack. That was damage.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
buddy.
I'm sorry. Your DM is allowed to get excited about shit like this.
No, that's
Yes.
fine. Get excited. We love it. Here for it.
We love it. We love to see it. This is
We
great.
live for it.
Except when it's
I
not on us,
live.
when it's on the things we're fighting. This is great.
Severing one of the arms of the thing clean from its body. He finishes the sword strike, rolls back, and just socks the damn thing in the jaw. Which, being Lord of the Wild Hunt, he has a strength bonus. The thing rocks back a good 15 feet. And he blows Nia a kiss.
No, stop.
Is that better?
Much better, my lord.
Wouldn't want to disappoint. And it's the Legends' turn. Nia, it only had to run for one turn, right?
Oh yes, it literally only had to use its reaction on that
One
one
turn. Okay.
time hit. Yeah.
It's going to come in, running back towards them. March. 19 hit.
Yep.
Same spell as before. $38 points of damage.
Okay.
The one in the back.
Okay, never mind.
No.
Go ahead. I'm picturing something weird in my head.
Okay.
It's okay.
Think of this as Hail of Thorns, only it's metal. It's that kind of arm out. And of course, the other one that was taking a shot on Diana crit failed.
he is so utterly discombobulated, shall we say, by having been smacked the shit out of by Lord Oberon, that the spell goes off before he can get his arm all the way up,
Oh, I hate when that happens.
and manages to shoot himself through the foot.
Sucks, dude.
Sucks.
Big ol' yikes.
Yep. And he has now nailed himself to the floor.
Good. No longer a moving target.
No longer a moving target. So, Marcella and Bix.
Where is the one? The one that I hit didn't move, right?
Correct. It's
Okay.
now nailed to the floor.
Ah, lovely. Is this also the same one that hit Marge?
Yes. Wait, no.
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 Okay.
Nope, different one.
Okay. She's gonna go for the one that hit Marge. Once more with feeling.
Yes.
That is a 19 even.
That meets.
Okie doke. Might help if I'm rolling the correct dice. That one. 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh, bless. That was a 14 on that roll. And then Bix is going to try to claw at the one that is now nailed to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I take it a 10 doesn't hit.
It does not.
Yeah, so Bix is basically just there intimidating.
It's a big fucking cat.
Yep. Saoirse, knowing a stationary snack when she sees one, goes back in for the launch. None too happy that she missed it last time. And you all hear a very, very satisfying crunch. And as she chews, she rakes at it with her monstrous claws. Which is... The claws manage to pull the thing free. It is staggering. It is bloodied. It is growling. But it is still alive. Diana.
Mm-hmm.
It's close.
Mm-hmm.
Covered in dragon spit.
Did I get skipped?
Oh, you did.
You did.
My apologies.
March goes. Take him out.
Marge.
Well, there's the one that's still in front of me, right?
Okay, there's the one that's near in front of you that is now near death. And the one that hit you from across the room.
The near death one is the one that got nailed to the floor.
Yes.
Correct?
I
And
thought
then-
I was the only one that had hit the one that was in front of me.
You were. It's been hit twice since.
I'm real confused. Okay. The one that has hit me
Yes.
then. You can see that beam come out of Marge's forehead. It's gonna look like just pure ice. As he casts it at 3rd level.
Do the thing.
I don't think an 11's gonna hit.
It does not.
You
And
still have your
then-
inspiration though?
Oh, I do. I don't think a 9 is going to hit.
Oh no.
Oh,
Nope.
Oh,
Um,
no.
So
The orchestra skips a beat as ice splays across the bandstand behind them.
and then Marge, still roaring, is going to reckless attack.
Yes, do the thing.
24 hit.
Yes, it does.
For 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage.
Yep.
And second attack.
Yep.
That's a net one.
Oof. You were attacking with root ball?
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot of carnage in this ballroom tonight. You step to swing and hit a bloody patch. Your feet fall out from under you, and you land on your back with a thud.
Hmm.
Marcella?
already went.
Where are we? We're at Diana, that's right.
I'm close to the one that looks near death, correct?
Correct.
I want to walk up to it
Mm-hmm.
and I want to bear with me on this. I want to swing a right hook, but also cast Inflict Wounds while doing it.
Just an action and a bonus action?
Inflict Wounds would be my action.
Oh, okay.
It's
Oh,
just
I
with
see.
flavor.
Okay,
I was
perfect.
going to say
Yeah, yeah,
that's
all right.
yeah.
All right, do it.
That is a 22 to hit.
Okay. Your modifier would kill it. I'm almost positive.
That is 15 damage.
It had one hit point left. You got it.
You
What
could
does
have
really
just
got it.
punched it. You could
What
have
does-
just punched it.
What does this look like?
So, actually, if you, nope, doesn't affect anything. Disregard that. It just instantly decays as soon as I make contact.
Very good. Mia, there is one of these damned things left.
How's it looking?
About an 11 out of 127.
Oh, awesome.
Whoa.
We're going to run a little long tonight. My apologies, friends.
It's a party.
Everybody okay with that?
No, it's fine.
It's
No,
a
no, no,
party.
no, no, no. It's fine. It's cool. It's fine. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I use my last third level spell slot to put it to sleep.
Do the thing.
That's 9 d8.
Jesus.
Don't roll 9 ones.
No, it's 44.
Jesus.
It just collapses.
Sleep is my favorite spell.
It's so good.
At
So
this
fun.
point, we are effectively out of structured time. The room echoes with the dying sounds of battle. The ice was enough to make the orchestra stop playing. And from the stage, you hear a long series of slow claps. The goddess of fate couldn't be grinning any wider. She looks at you all and says one word. Run. Need everyone to make me dex saves.
Oh boy.
DC 18.
I'm going to go ahead and use my inspiration because I have not used mine tonight.
18 on the dot.
13.
Yeah, nope. It was a 3 and then a 6.
Yeah, I rolled in that
Do,
one.
do I need to roll that at disadvantage since I'm prone?
No, it's okay.
I rolled
We're
in
all
that
gonna
one.
die anyway.
You rolled a 3, is that right?
No, that was my that was my total with modifier.
Your total modifier was a 3. Okay.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, mine with modifier was a 7.
Preston's dice have betrayed me tonight. Apparently, they don't like Texas.
It's just
Yes, Liz?
flavor.
1.
1.
Okay, is that you're asking a question?
Nope, just
Didn't want,
not
didn't want
one.
Justin to miss you.
Nope. Just as you all saw the Lunomic do, she opens a hole in the floor and simply drops through it as the corpses of these things explode. Everyone takes 44 points of damage.
I'm unconscious.
I'm sorry, how many?
44.
Marcel
What
is
if we
down.
succeeded? What? Do I take half if I succeed?
Yes. Actually, yes.
Okay.
Half.
Okay. I have 50 hit points, so that wouldn't have taken me down, but still. Oof. Oof.
I need to check a thing.
Ouch.
I don't like it.
That's
I
the
don't
first time Diana has taken damage since session 1.
Same.
Aoife, you wake up with the Lord Oberon kneeling over you. He has a hand on your shoulder, and he is openly crying. He pulls you to sitting, and he takes the crown off of his head, snaps it in half, and hands half of it to you.
What's this for? What is this?
I cannot bring them back to life because it would put them in my debt. And in my debt is a horrible thing to be. You fought for the honor of the Accord, and so I put their lives in your hands. He hands you the crown, on which there are 13 diamonds. I think you know what to do. You feel one more pulse of warm energy in your body. And he is gone. The dragon, Saoirse, does her best to see to everyone else's wounds. Patching what she can. She is not by inclination a healer. However, she can't quite seem to do anything for Marge. Is that a question, Marge?
The damage was that from the explosion.
44.
Not how much,
Oh.
what kind.
Oh, sorry.
Fire. Is Marge down? I am going to take the liberty of guessing that once you are all back up, you would gather around your fallen friend, who no one can seem to help. And as Marge lays there, you see what appears to be starlight beginning to shine from between the small panels that form his body. Two beams of light shoot from his eyes toward the heavens, and that is where we meet. Thank you. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for playing in this world. I genuinely hope you are okay. I know that was a lot. And I thank y'all for trusting me with this. My players, I love you. Everyone in chat, you are fantastic. Thank you for hanging out with us. God help you all. I am Justin McGregor, your DM and host. Going around the table, we have...
I'm Liz. You can find me on the internet at EMGIOSIA at most places. And I'm here every other Tuesday, getting my heart ripped out. No big deal. Yep. I've been Aoife, your warlock, and I couldn't save the boy.
I'm Abe. You can find me on Twitter at _Abeloic. We're here every other Tuesday, every other month as Recon. Sundays if I'm at home. And I was Barge, your Warforged Barbarian.
I am Kayla. You can find me on Twitter at KMC_. I have been your slightly deceived half-elf paladin tonight.
And I'm Meg. I have been your Pact of the Apparition warlock who, as a Hail Mary, cast Eldritch Blast twice. So now y'all know. Oh, this is going to take a lot of decompressing.
Hi, everybody. It's Nikki, and I am now your realized Siren Bard who couldn't help her friends after she just made them.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, chat.
And Crimstopher.
And Christopher.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Be safe.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. Hope
Players.
everyone has a good night.
Indeed, players, audience, thank you. Good night, everybody.